But yes, we got the packs now. Supply spec looks pretty much like insta-pick, no thinking, and then Rat basically has giant spec and aerial spec, I guess. Not the best packs, but giant spec is fine. But Rat, like, he plays different, so he might just go for a giant spec shenanigans. Opts for marksman spec, interesting. And of course, Jota goes for supply spec. It's too good. It's like the best spec mixed with Storm Phoenix or Storm Fang start, which is what Jota probably wants. Interesting that he goes for Assman Phoenix. Or sorry, the chat has rotted my brain. He goes for Assman Phoenix Fang opener. That's a lot of snipers. He may sell Orange Man. I don't know. We will see. Looks like he's not selling Orange Man, but he's heading up for an aggro push here. Let me turn off spec chats. Smart thing to do. So, there's a good chance Rat just wins round 1 due to having, like, these Fangs probably die. We will see, though. We got late Fangs on each side and then purchases 2 Crawlers to manage the storms and kill the Fangs. And Jota buys 2 Crawlers round 1, which I think is the correct, or like just a good purchase here. Alright, this tower debuff is going to make Jota be able to clean up Orange Man. If enhancement modules offered on the table, though, Orange Man is literally just farming. Surprised that he keeps his marksman here, but not too big a deal to give levels to Storms and Fangs. So round 1 going to Jota. Improved Fortress Haste module. Subsized Arclight may be what Jota wants, but Rat is going for a Nano Repair Kit. And he's selling off Orange Men. Jota opts for Haste module. Probably puts on a Mustang, which I think is a good call. And he's going for a Nano, probably on a Rhino. So this might be some form of Rhino Crawler. Potentially. Nano is pretty hard to kill. It may go down, though, this round. And we are flanking with a Fang. He probably expects a Mustang Haste module here, to be honest. So he's probably setting up a nice flank. And it should pull the Mustangs, Crawlers, Fangs. Maybe it buys him enough time to get in, which it looks like it does. And he should be able to close out tower pretty fast here. And tower debuff. Oh. He's just kind of occupied on some Crawlers here, which is enough time for the Mustangs and Storms to clean out. Scala, thanks for the Prime sub, man. And Ruffles, the dog, thanks for the Prime. Much appreciated. So that's a pretty big round for Jota here. He's got level 2 Mustang. No, he is 15 XP away from a level 2 Mustang. Rip. But still, we're getting some Mustang XP. Rat immediately insta-picks Laser Sight. That's insane. Laser Sight must be OPs. It is indeed a pretty strong card, though. Jota may want one of these cards in a Mustang here. And Rat purchases like 3 Stormcallers. So he may be pivoting to some Firestorms, since he sees there's going to be a decent amount of Mustangs on the board. Um, I like that. Both Jota, though, and Rat purchased the laser sight. It's indeed a pretty strong card if you guys watched yesterday's match. And I do like this play from Jota here. This flank is annoying. If he puts an arc light here, he's going to have problems. So I think just the correct thing to do is just purchase a Rhino and shut it down. And we're putting laser sight on a Phoenix for now. And we're doing a delayed Rhino because he probably expects like a ball or something. But it looks like Jota thinks he can kill the Rhino without it. I mean, his Rhino can kill the other Rhino along with the Mustang storm damage. Yes, Surrey is Rat. Yeah. And we're putting this Fang Conga line, which will do a lot to stop storm or Rhino pushes. But it looks like he's not really committing hard into Rhino. He's more so pivoting now to Stormcallers. Is Wraith allowed in this tourney? It's allowed in the tourney if the players decide. I didn't see what they said about the Wraith themselves, but I would imagine they could use it, but they're trying to win here, so I would imagine no Wraith. And Rhino will get tower, but left side seems to be handled pretty well. Like, even if Wraith is a semi-good unit, it's day one and it hasn't been figured out, so it's probably way too like volatile to really do anything. But this Rhino with Nano Repair Kit will not fall. Nano is OPs. This is literally Overwatch. We have a Nano Rhino level 2. We'll see if Jota will eventually buy balls here. But Rat insta-picks Barrier on a Melter. He just wants a Melter. He just wants a big Melter. He just wants a tank. So it looks like he's setting up some sort of Firestorm Melter crawler summoning shenanigans. And he sells a laser sight off the Phoenix. So both Phoenixes, I believe, are sold. Already got 31 people in the spec chat. I would place my monies here because I am a dirty gambler, but I have to be unbiased caster. That's what I heard. The people don't like the biased casting. Intensive training could be good on a Mustang. But Jota opting for Orbital. Spell Andy. And he's doing the same play with the Rhino here. And Jota's not really doing much about this level 2 Rhino with Nano. To be fair, it might be the right call, but like it's still going to do a decent amount of damage. And I don't think this Melter's dying either. Orbital, though, taking out some Stormcallers, taking out some Fangs. Basically clearing all the Stormcallers, and uses a missile here. So Jota has spent 200 bucks this round. And it looks like the round will go to Rat, I think. We'll see if this Nano Rhino can die. Surrey does not have Whirlwind, no. I don't think he's teching much into Rhino. I think he's just messing around with it a bit and trying to bait a response. So everything's falling down, but this Nano might... okay, it does fall down. We got a level 2 Mustang with haste module. That's definitely enough to kill a Rhino. But Rat down to 1.7k HP. So another spell could put him in a really, really rough spot. Rat opting to skip, does not want Senior D. And he's buying another melter with a laser sight. There's literally nothing on the field to the melter's gonna do like anything about. But I think he just wants giants and he wants to burn everything on the way up. I think like this is a strat he's been known to do, which is definitely unconventional. I didn't see what was sold from Rat here, but we're getting Crawler Summoning. We sold the Fang Flank, that's what it is. So, Crawler Summoning, Fortified Tower, Laser Sight Melter, Late Fang. Why is my chat being shown? Oopsies. We got underground crawlers. Kind of expects some fire of some sorts. And we're using 2 shields. So a melter though still is going to be pretty hard to kill. But it seems like Yoda's going for Stormcallers to kill the melter here, which could be pretty reasonable to do. Good thing about spamming fire callers and going melter though is it makes the AM War Factory a little bit harder to pull off, since there's already a melter response going down. But it looks like the Stormcallers might be able to pick off this melter here. But it does not look like this Nano Rhino is going to fall. Can 4 Mustangs and 2 packs of Storms kill this Rhino? Looks like Rhino just cleaning up. He's basically 60 XP away from level 3. We got 47 people here. People like to watch Rat and Yoda. Yeah, a single pack of Phoenixes probably would do enough. Interesting, getting replicate crawlers over subterranean. And Yoda's opting for the AM War Factory, which should do a lot of work. Should keep his Mustangs alive here. But he's running into melters, so I don't know how well that's going to be. Buying another crawler. And we're just sending the Rhino to Narnia, keeping him safe. Interesting that he chooses to put the AM device, or AM War Factory on the right side, when he's got more Mustangs with items and levels on the left side, which he kind of needs to protect by the fire, but maybe he wants to try to kill this melter earlier. Okay, no, he doesn't know where to go. I think left side is the better call if you're going to War Factory. At least this round. Interesting that it does replicate crawler though. It probably wants to clear out the Rhino, yeah. Next turn though could be pretty strong. We will see. See how well this War Factory will do. There's a lot of chaffs on the field, and all of Rat's clear is basically in the hands of the Stormcallers, and if you negate the Stormcallers, all your chaff suddenly lives, so seeming to make a big difference on left side. Tower debuff should go down. Melter should fall left side. But we still got a Nano Rhino to deal with, but nothing another War Factory can't solve. This should be a clean round from Yoda here. Leaving Rat down to 344 HP. And we can expect another War Factory right side Maybe take speed spec. Rat's opting for firebomb. Yoda's taking speed spec. The Rhino is sold, and we're putting a late. We're trying to figure out where our war factory is going, but it's definitely going right side. And we're taking drill. It's an interesting choice. Does he think? Double teching crawlers. Seems like it's going to be rough to do the trick here. I would think subterranean's a little bit better. It's good against the Mustang Chaff and keeps your Stangs or your crawlers alive longer. But we're sticking to the plan. We're going more melters and we're running a Rhino back. And Yoda's spawning Phoenixes. So there should be a lot of Phoenixes on board. Fortifying left tower. A lot of Phoenixes on board. Late game, the Firestorms are being entirely shut down. So looks like Rat's in a pretty tough situation here. Boring for range and speed, so we got a War Factory moving at 12 meters a second. And we're just throwing down a quick bomb. Instant should do a decent amount of work, but I don't think it'll be enough here. Right side tower is going to fall down pretty fast. All the melters with the crawler summoning is on right side. Although left War Factory does fall. But the thing about War Factory is you kind of want the game to go on as long as possible because that just means more Phoenixes. This angle doesn't look like there's any fire. Oh. That's why the fire is missing. Insane casting here. The fire is not there. You just can't see it. But anyways, right side tower looks like it's going to drop. And this game, round 1 should be going to Jota here. War Factories was pretty clutch and a pretty clean first match by Jota. Almost perfect. Just lost 1 round. It was a pretty interesting match. I don't know about these crawler techs, to be honest. But honestly, I don't know what else he could have done, because relying on Stormcrawlers to clear trash is not good. If it can just get entirely nullified by War Factories. Does need to win this match. We got some pretty solid specs here. We got quick supply arc light. Storm is probably what Yoda's taking here. And Rat can go for Giant Spec Fang Storm or Rhino Spec Fang Phoenix, I think. Opts for Giant Spec Fang Stormcaller. And quick supply spec, which probably the correct choices on both sides. Although Rhino spec is a pretty good pack. And Rat is pretty. He really knows how to min max or fully utilize the giant spec, which I really don't know how to do myself. I heard if you put more caps and more question marks in your chattings, the streamer definitely sees it a lot more. So I think you should keep doing that. All right, we're probably going to be buying crawlers from Yoda side. It just makes sense. And who knows what Rat... It's very hard to predict what Rat is doing. So I really can't say what he's going to buy. He's buying Fangs, though. Of course. I kind of expected that to happen after. My chat always trolls me. So we're buying 1 Arc Light and a Fang. I heard Rat's rule is 1 Arc Light is more than enough. And Yoda saving his 200 supply after buying 2 crawlers. So round 1, looking pretty close here. Pretty evenly matched off rip, I think. The only problem I think is Rat probably needs like another arc to clear this crawler better, but not too big a deal. And Jota still got 200 supply to spend, right? So round 2 should be pretty solid for him. Subsidized Stormcaller is a interesting choice to go here, but he opts for a skip, and Yoda's the one buying the Stormcaller. He wants to storm. Accuracy school, for real. I mean, who needs accuracy school when you can just have more Stormcallers? Surely one of the volleys hits. And Rat skips for 2 Phoenix here, so he looks like he's trying to get out a cheeky early win here. And Yoda's investing in a early missile to stop the Stormcaller. Probably force Rat to position his Stormcallers or protect the Stormcallers next round. Don't think this Fang will be able to clear out the 2 Phoenixes, but we will see. Pretty big missile though, left side. Some would say negative 50 though, but it does force Rat to probably put a Fang in front, right? And 4 Stormcallers is indeed better than 2 Stormcallers, so it's just mathematics. Torrential Rain is incoming, but can this one single Fang pack close out the airplanes? Unlikely, though, with this tower timing that the Fangs do anything. Come on, Fangs, you got this. Just 1 Phoenix is all you need. Nice. Huge. Looks like Jota will probably be buying Phoenixes of his own. Open auditions for Mechabellum Classic? Nah, just friendlies. Jota opting for Wasp Swarm. Mass British Sledge though, not pretty decent card to take, but he goes for Jota. Seems like he's a bit of a spell Andy here, but he seems to be purchasing them when his opponent is very weak to it, which causes investment, right? And Yoda's anti-hero is going to be now Mustangs. And he's Rat's buying a Fortress, which is interesting purchase here. He probably loses to Stormcallers, but we will see. Although tower timing might be a bit rough with this Wasp Swarm. Although maybe 2 Phoenixes can close out the Wasp, I'm not entirely sure. And we're getting a Fortress Bush. This man is a psycho. We'll see how this play goes, though. Looks like only 1 Phoenix is going to turn around. Okay, 3 Phoenixes versus a pack of Wasps. Will that be enough? Does not look like it. We got 1 Stormcaller locked on, and tower will go down. So this Fortress is dead this turn. I'm assuming Rat just didn't expect him to take the Wasp Swarm. But it's going to do It's gonna do a decent amount of damage here, probably over 1,000 damage. Two, four, six, eight, yeah. Although, maybe this single Phoenix can clean up all the crawlers and take off some Stormcallers before the Fangs get in. Very serious round 3 here. But a significant amount of HP damage. Wonder what Rat plans to do with these fortresses, though. We got Mustang items, and Rat opting for Assault, Rhino Assault. Jota opting for a Laser Sight Melter, which is probably very strong here. And now, Surrey is probably looking to go forts. Where is he placing his fortresses? Double fortress flank. Pretty ballsy. He knows there's going to be a melter here, most likely. So he's putting his fortresses on the opposite side, but these are very vulnerable fortresses. I would like usually this fortress position is a little bit better here, but we will see what he has in mind. Not taking laser sight though is going to be pretty rough to kill this melter, I think. But we are getting a Phoenix jump drive, and he's buying Rhino Assault as his safety Rhino Assault, it looks like. But this is a pretty committal flank here. We got Fang summoning fortresses. So, looks like Rat may be able to close out this round. We will see. Tower debuff, though, is going to be pretty strong here. And now, basically, we have a useless melter for now on the left side. Nice tower debuff. Although, maybe Stormcallers takes out left side, and this might be bad tower timing. We will see. Look at these daddy fortresses summoning a bunch of phoenixes. Or phoenixes, damn, fangs. Ah. Looks like this round's gonna go to Rat here. Probably do 1,000 damage. We will see. Depends on what the lock-on does. Okay, one fortress is locked on. Can the second fortress get locked on too? Alright. 400 HP damage, not bad. We got a big commitment to the flank, which, to be honest, is not too hard to deal with, but maybe Rat utilizes that. Investment sells a fortress and hard commits to this right tower here, but we're taking shield airdrop, which should it's a good use of shield airdrop. But I would imagine the melter's just gonna destroy this, I think. And Rat's buying 2 more fortresses. And he's going to probably mobile beacon the tower here. So he's doing a hard commitment that you're going to have to deploy like Melter Mustang here, and then maybe tower gets a debuff in time and allows you to do significant amount of HP damage. Getting a barrage from Melters, and then Fang Mech Rage. So the reason you want Mech Rage on your Fangs generally is so they stay in front of the Melters. So it should be pretty strong. He's putting 2 crawlers in front, which I feel like you'd probably want a Mustang, but we will see. Looks like this is a Rat. Might even get tower again, because he's just forcing Jota to put a bunch of resources behind tower to defend flank, which is going to leave him open to the right side. By the way, Rat is boring for range and speed, or just for speed. One melter though is going to instantly drop. Tower will go down though. Yeah, and it looks like with it depends on how the tower timing goes, but this could be a pretty clean round for Rat again. These Mustangs do need HE. But another tower timing. We'll see if we can get some lock-ons. Laser sight is going to be pretty powerful here. It's going to take out one fortress. Actually takes out all the fortresses, so the Mustangs and the Stormcallers end up being enough here. I think once Jota stabilizes, though, he should be able to win. But we will see. Yeah, laser sight is just very strong. And Rat's buying strike spec. Interesting. Jota opts to EMP all the fortresses. Slow it down and maybe break shield. Rat runs AP. So we got two melters here. Only thing Jota really needs is just a way to clear fangs a little bit better. Rage Rhino is actually pretty strong if they're defending with giants. Because you like 360 the fangs shield and then you can do a lot of damage to the fortress. But other than that, it's okay. It's eh. In Rhino mirrors though, definitely pretty good to take. But I think the best use case is giant. I've taken it like 3 times. Because usually it's offered so early that you have to make the read that they're going to go giants. But one time it looked pretty good against one of my matches. So he's buying Mustang. Will he tech HE? No, he's just taking a missile here. Slow it down. EMP Blasto is going to shut down the fortress from pushing pretty hard here. Allow his melters to clean off the flank and although melter does drop and a big missile here to clear out a decent amount of fangs. Maybe we can get tower timing before right side tower goes down. Yeesh. Early tower should allow him to clear out this right melter here. Fang summoning is just too strong here. It just literally only caused because there's not good clear. We have some Mustangs, but we need more Mustang with HE, I think. Although this left melter with laser sight is just way too strong with this like torrential rain. So we always got a safety net to keep us from not losing too much HP. And now Rat's at 1.8k HP left. He could like do a lot of damage if he gets a good round in, but once Jota stabilizes, it will be over. Assault Fortress though is definitely huge. Assault Fortress increases attack by 30% HP by 30%, and more importantly, the movement speed is increased. But Yoda's opting for Suck. He probably expects Fist, although Suck is just good in general against Fortress. So I wonder... Interesting, Rat goes for Firestorms. Help him clear and get in a little bit better, I guess. And he's buying a Melter with range. So he's kind of like falling, like not committing it as hard to the strat as he buys Assault Fortress, and seems I guess a bit scared. So he's got to go for this like oil play here, and then like Melter range to close it out. But this Melter's still going to be hard to kill. Interesting that we don't have any Mustang HE. But I guess we gotta prioritize Suck. Yeah, this crawler's all you really need off rip, at least for the flanks. One melter though is gonna be able to take out a decent amount of melters, I think. Pretty ballsy play here on the left though. Most of the fortresses are falling though. The melters are getting outranged, but I think Jota has this. He's in a pretty strong position here. He really just needs melter range, and then this should be over. A lot of HP damage, close to being game, but not enough. Down to what, like 300 HP? Oh, damn. 126 HP. That was so close to being over. And I think Rat has ran out of tricks. Enhancement module is probably just good for some shmoneys and a fortress level or a melter level. Rat is actually stonking his fortress. Makes $100 this turn. Well, makes 100 and gets a free level, so $300 stonks. But will the stonks be enough to turn the game around? Interesting, he opts for no range. He has so many melters, so might as well get crawlers with replicate. Interesting. I'm not entirely sure, but I think replicate crawlers. I think fake crawlers can't replicate, or you can't replicate with fake crawlers. I forget how that works, but replicate should do some slowing down since he has a bunch of crawlers here anyways. And replicate is going to be pretty huge because replicate accounts for assists. So if a crawler assists on a fortress, it will spawn 16 crawlers, I believe. So I think Rat is going to have a chaff problem. He does indeed have a chaff problem. Don't know if Bear is going to be enough here. We'll see how this big fortress push ends up here, but this looks like it is probably the end. And shield on flanks don't matter because you still get the insta lock on. Look at this mobile beacon. 12 meters a second fortresses are running at your tower. Although melters just stop it. Like Suck just owns everything. Even without fist. You just make sure your melter's not dying if he locks on. And replicate crawlers is definitely occupying this fortress up. And left side tower will drop. Looks like this is a GG's. Pretty clean round 2 and series from Jota here. And going 2-0 is what Jota wants. Because he went 2-1, or he went... Like, I think... Wait, Surrey hasn't played Mephisto yet, though, but... Nice, GG's. Hey, Jota, thanks for the raid, man. Well played. Nice, nice solid defense. Early raid. I mean, if he loses or... Okay, I guess that spoils, but... You can see... I should probably cover this, but you can see when the prediction goes away at the top. That's when you know the match is over. But yeah, I like... surprised he didn't buy more Mustangs. Like with like HE to get better clear. But I think with his flank it was enough. Well, clearly it was enough, but... Yeah, I like it. Triple tech. Suck is just OPs. And Barrage slows him down. Break shield. Sometimes stops the tech. Pretty clean, yeah, pretty clean series.